The NBA is scripted and rigged. That's the big story coming out. That's the big story coming out on social media. The NBA is rigged. And look, I've been saying that the NBA is scripted for 2 years straight now, guys. 2 years straight now, the NBA is literally scripted. And they're not trying to hide it. They're not trying to hide it. Now all the big channels, no, not all of them, a lot of big channels are coming out and saying this. Some of them, want to put an asterisk beside it, and, let's just say they don't want to go all in, right? They don't want to go all in on saying it's scripted, right? Because when you do something like that, then people literally walk away. Everybody is going to walk away, right? If they know for sure that it's scripted, right? Just gonna walk away. And I mean, millions of people have walked away from the NBA, just because of a lot of different reasons, not just because it's scripted. But yeah, if they outright knew it was scripted, the NBA's popularity would be nothing more than the WNBA, guys. And trust me, it's not too far off from that. We know most of their fans that go watch these games really aren't NBA fans. In the sense that when we compare NBA fans back in the day, they're just not, guys. They're just not. They're just people who want to see entertainment, and that's fine. And a lot of these people, they like the NBA for betting purposes, right? So you have a different fan than yesteryear watching the NBA, guys. But yet you have a lot of platforms still trying to prove to you that that the NBA is still legit. In no way, shape, or form is it legit. It doesn't matter how much ESPN, even ESPN, you can watch this and literally they're telling you that the NBA is not real, guys. By the way, the stuff that they say, the way they talk, all these different things, they're acting like the NBA ain't real. You got Stephen A. Snitch. That is weird, man, because he was just a different dude back in the day. In the 2010s, he was a totally different guy. When he first came onto ESPN, he held LeBron James accountable for the things he did, especially when he was failing. He held him accountable. Then he literally stopped. So the stuff that they say on ESPN with a straight face is laughable. I don't know how they can't laugh. The stuff that they say on ESPN that makes absolutely no sense with a straight face is laughable, guys. Now, and they're just telling you that it's all a game. Stephen A. Smith gets punked by LeBron James over Bronny. You really think any man will be scared of LeBron James? This dude is the sweetest, softest, weakest basketball player you've ever seen in your life. He just is. So they write this script that Stephen A. Smith punks LeBron James, or LeBron James punks Stephen A. Smith at a game, guys. Really? And you have social media actually pushing this, guys, for clicks and views. They won't expose the truth, and this is the problem with social media. They're so in bed with getting money that they will push they'll push anything that's put out there. They won't expose it as being fake and scripted because they want money from social media, right? But then they see everything is scripted with the NBA, but then they're trying to explain all this stuff that's scripted on a channel that makes absolutely no sense, guys. They sound dumb. You sound dumb. You sound dumb. Because they don't want their viewers to walk away, their subs to walk away. Because again, I'm gonna tell you how this works. Most of your subs are what? Bots. Most of your subs are bots. They're not real people. Social media gives you bots based on your performance, based on your content and things like that, right? They also will let you sit there and flood your channel with fake subs. Yeah, that's why you will see one day this guy has absolutely no subs. I ain't saying absolutely none, but he really won't have no subs and no views. And then BoobTube will start to give him bots. And then after a while, he'll flood his channel with bots and views that were bots and pay for. You can't do it right away because BoobTube will catch on to it, right? And it'll hit you hard. But eventually, this is what these guys do. They flood their channel with fake subs and fake views. So it'll look like their channel is bigger than what it is. That's a real thing out here, guys. So when you see most of these guys' channels, they're just bots, guys. This is the world we live in. We don't live in a real world no more. These people out here on social media making money off of fake views. Fake views. And I don't even think you can make money. I don't know. I'm not monetized because they're scared the hell of me. But anyways, I don't think you can make money off the fake views and bots, but that you pay for and put on yourself. I don't think you can make no money off of that. But you can make money off their fake views. Well, their fake bots, which would actually be views. They're giving you money for people that don't exist, guys. Imagine that. These people are getting money from people that don't exist. Social media is giving these people money on their channel from views from people that literally don't exist, guys. They're just bots. It's crazy. So anyways, yeah, because of that, I say whatever I want on my channel. I don't care. I'm not here for the money. 99.9% of the people on social media are there for the money. And fine, I'm not trying to say, anything bad about that. Get your money. But that's what they're here for. No matter what they say, they're here for the money. So they don't want to say certain things that'll hurt their money about the NBA being scripted because social media will hit their channel. Will hit their channel, guys. Now, take away their subs and their views. Also, how we know your channel is full of bots and not real people for the most part is that when you they call this stuff an algorithm, right? So most of it is a lie. That's what it is. I ain't saying all of it, but I'm just saying most of it, right? So they're trying to tell you if you don't talk about a certain thing on your channel, or if you stray off from talking about a certain thing on your channel, you won't get the views. So that is kind of true, but it's a lie at the same time, right? Say somebody has, I don't know, it don't matter. I ain't gonna put a number out there, but let's just say 20,000 subs, right? You got 20,000 subs. How do you have 20,000 subs and you're only getting, I don't know, 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 3,000 views? That doesn't make any sense, guys. Now, I'm not trying to hate on, a content creator. I'm just trying to tell you that you're trying to tell me, I'm talking about on a consistent basis. So you have 20,000 views. 20,000 subs. Did I say views? I think I said views. Subs. You got 20,000 subs. Whatever. And you're only, a lot of times, only getting 2,000 views, 1,000 views, 3,000 views, 4,000 views. How is that possible? So where do other people go to? Shouldn't you at least be getting 10,000 views? That's still only half of your viewership. Your subs. That's only half of your subs. It's not good, but it's not bad. You know why? Because these are fake subs, guys. For instance, you're trying to tell me that only a quarter of your subs are going to your channel and watching it? Doesn't make any sense, guys. Not half. A quarter, if that, are coming to your channel to watch a video when you put it out. That doesn't make any sense. And we see this across a lot of platforms. Just like that. Somebody will have, I don't know, 2-3 million subs, and they'll get 20,000 views or 500,000 views. That's not half of your subs, guys. Not even half. You might think, oh, well, that's good though. 500,000, 20,000, 300,000. It's not good. It's just because all those subs aren't real. And for some people's channel, they're not real because they're bots. And then some people's channels, it's not real. Well, they're not getting the views because, they're bots that they bots. And another half are just bots, period. So in this whole mix of, fake social media, especially Bluetooth, will alert the bots whenever they want to alert them based on your content. So you're not only being judged by bots on your content, but the bots who are judging your content will alert other bots to watch your channel, to view your channel. This is the world we live in, guys. Nothing but fakeness. And this is why sometimes you click on these people's channel and there's absolutely nothing on their channels. Your subs, because they're bots. They don't exist. They don't exist. So let's get back into what I was talking about. I was just giving you the skinny of how social media works and how fake it is, and how people wake up and jump on social media trying to put on a performance for bots, people who don't even exist. And that's why when I come to my channel, it's not that I don't appreciate the people who watch my channel. It's just the fact that, listen to these people, the way they talk. They all talk, the guys on the channel, or women, whatever. The people on the channel, they all talk robotic. Thanks for subbing. Hit the like button, share, smash this, smash that, blah blah blah. Hit the like button. Blah. They sound robotic, right? They all sound the same. They're all talking mostly to bots. that's not even watching their channel. Anyways, I hope you guys understand that. That's why I don't get on here and I don't talk like these guys, talking robotic, because there's no uniqueness to none of that stuff. Why they say that? Hit the like button, smash this, smash that, blah blah blah. You don't want to miss it, blah blah blah, because they want money from you, and they want to be uniform with the rest of Bluetooth or social media, so they can make their money. So yeah, the NBA script, it is what it is, guys. I want to be off on this, but I've literally been dead on about my predictions about the NBA, period. You don't even have to watch an entire game. You already know what's going to happen in this era. They've been doing the fake injury stuff in the playoffs in the 2020s a lot. And yes, they did it this year. They've been doing the fake injury stuff a lot in the 2020s so other teams can win, right? So it would be an excuse for another team to win and the other team lose, right? This guy wasn't there, this guy was injured, blah, blah, blah. But we forget that a lot of this stuff is for over and under prop betting. And they did do it this year, a lot of fake injuries, but it hasn't been extensive as last year. Like we had Kevin Durant. I think he was out before the Lakers game series even started. Then you had different stuff like Luka. He was out before the series started. You got some other little fake injuries or whatever like that, but nothing like in the past, guys. Nothing like in the past playoffs that we've seen guys literally get hurt during the series and being out the rest of the series. Okay, it hasn't really been like that this year. But what you really have, which I don't know if it's even worse, it's probably worse, Dudes, well, not dudes, teams literally quitting during the game, guys. Teams literally quitting during the game. But you quit. Teams literally quitting during the game to let other teams win. Wow, the whole team, guys. This team is escorting the other team to the basket. Red carpet style. Making unforced turnovers. I mean, like it ain't nothing. So yeah, we can talk about the NBA. I even heard Kwame Brown. What was this, about 2 years ago, right? Maybe 3. He talked about on his channel how LeBron James' entire career was scripted. And I ain't talking about he just did like a 5-minute segment just mentioning it, hating or whatever like that. He literally broke it down. Since LeBron James, the chosen one, remember the name, chosen one. What was he chosen for? All this shit, guys. To destroy the NBA. To be the clown. To be the entertainment. To be the guy that went through all these ups and downs and, failures and needed a super team to win. And my thing, I think LeBron James, he's always been in bed with gambling. Betting, whatever you want to call it. It's no way that 2004 Olympic team loses to Manu Ginobili, a 6-man, guys, not a superstar, a guy who still really wasn't even known in 2004. I think that was his first championship in 2003, if I'm mistaken. I think it was 3. Yeah, Manu Ginobili, a 6-man coming off the bench, guys. And some Argentinian plumbers without one melanated brother on the team. Huh? That 2004 Olympic team could have played with their eyes shut and still won, guys. They got you, didn't they? That's why they really never, ever talk about that for the most part. Go look who was on that team, guys. It's not even possible. Even if you take... Listen, it's not possible, guys. And then you look at 2006 FIBA and them losing like that to Greece. It's not possible, guys. Go look at... If they're able to lose both of those Olympics and FIBA to those countries, but you want me to sit here and give these guys any kind of props? Any kind of props for being great players back at home in the NBA? I can't do that, guys. That just voids their legacy to me about how good they are. All those guys that lost in the 2004 Olympics in the FIBA. That's who caught up with you? A 6-man Manu Ginobili? And his Argentinian plumbers and a bunch of Greece plumbers? That's who caught up with you. Wow. How does Schroeder and the German boys take home gold in the 23 FIBA over Anthony Edwards and that team, guys? So if you want me to believe that ish was real, and they didn't throw those games for betting purposes only, then there's no way you can get me to believe that the entire NBA isn't scripted, because they can't be that good on the court in the NBA but be that bad when they ain't on the NBA court. That doesn't make any sense, guys. So pick your choice. Either those Olympic FIBA games were either scripted for betting purposes, or those United States players just ain't that good. And their abilities is just all rigged up from the NBA. Take your pick. Take your pick. Well, yeah, I always said LeBron James. I've been saying that no, let's go back to Kwame Brown. He said that LeBron James' career is scripted from when he came in, and until now. Scripted. He had a video where he broke it down for a whole 30-minute video and break a dude who played in NBA, guys. And he said he didn't care. He didn't care. Who liked it? Right? So, I'm just saying. But, I always say it's scripted for betting purposes only, because you got to look at the fact that, him always losing. Always losing. Number one seed and lose. And then the way he loses, in a way he loses, whether it's in the playoffs or the finals, being swept, gentlemen swept, never seen a game 7 in a series loss, guys, in the NBA finals. That's pretty crazy. Never seen a game 7 in the NBA finals. Never seen a game 7 in the NBA finals when he lost the series. He always lost 4-2, 4-1, 4-0. That's crazy. But yeah, you can take it anywhere you want to go. In the playoffs, losing 4-1 all the time as a Laker, being swept as a Laker. Wow. Well, the media sitting there telling you, oh no, they're going to win this game, they're going to win this series, blah, blah, blah. Just saying, I think, his whole legacy has been in bed with betting. Look what they did with the 3-1 comeback. That thing look all scripted up. So yeah, don't take it from me. Take it from Kwame Brown. And a lot of people, they respect Kwame Brown. They like Kwame Brown, but they won't bring that up, will they? That Kwame Brown said LeBron. What I'm saying this is because when we say LeBron James' career is scripted, what do you got to think about now? Now you got to think about everybody's career being scripted in the NBA, guys. Because if it's scripted, you can't just, 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 people can't just know the script and it runs fine. It just don't work like that. Everybody has to be scripted, or has to be in on the script, has to know the script from a T. Right? All the coaches, all the refs, the trainers, the owners, the GMs, everybody, all the players around the league is part of the script. It's a reason why they can't really, clap back at LeBron James and his legacy while they're playing. Because that will mess up the script, guys. I mean, come on now. That would be it for the script. Back in the days, players said what the hell they want to say. Now you can't say what you want to say. Even look at the fake LeBron James, Stephen A. Smith beef. How did that man punk you, and then now you're back kissing his butt? Because it was fake. It was scripted beef. Why would you even beg a 41-year-old failure to come back? Because that's their entertainment, guys. They have, this guy retires, it's nothing else to talk about. He's been a class clown for all these years. The scripted class clown. So it's easy to, stay on this script because they have to rewrite a new script. Right? And I don't even think they're going to do that, guys. They're in deep water right now because once LeBron James retires, it's over. They don't have nobody else with this 4-4-4 ish that they've been promoting. 4 finals MVPs, 4 championships, 4 MVPs. They don't have that no more, guys, to promote anybody even close to Michael Jordan in these longevity stats. So it's over for them. So that's why I think it's best they script Wemby to win this championship right here, which I think they are. Because you get him to win the championship, then, you know, you have all his accolades in 1 year, probably championship, finals MVP, blocks title, defensive first team, all NBA first team, you know, all these things, defensive player of the year, all these things in one season will catapult him to be the greatest player of all time. That's what they're going to use. Now, we all know he won't win next year because this is how the NBA operates, at least if LeBron James is still playing. No team yet has went back to the finals or won the finals who won it the year before because LeBron James is still playing. They don't want that hit on LeBron's legacy. So that's why I say, you think OKC is going to win it again? And you got SGA winning back-to-back championships and back-to-back MVPs on LeBron James' watch? I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. So let me get off of here. There you go with the scripted NBA, guys. But the thing about me with these playoffs this year, like I said, with the injuries, it was teams literally quitting right live. Live, guys, in front of the fans and everything. That's why I said these aren't real fans, guys. Your team held you accountable. They were like coaches back in the day. There's no way you could quit right there in front of your fan base. And what is quitting? Taking dumb shots for no reason, turning the ball over unforced at a high rate, not playing defense. That is quitting. And that's what these teams have been doing in these playoffs. Literally quitting in front of the fan base. Like, and these content creators and ESPN, they're trying to justify this. And they're trying to blame. No. Why don't you expose the script? The whole team quit. We've seen Cavs quit at times. Spurs quit at times. OKC quit at times. Detroit quit at times. All these teams literally quit. These are guys supposed to be getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars, guys. Literally quitting. Live on TV. Live at the arena. I mean, like, what else do you want, guys? What do you want to... It's all scripted, guys. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Snitch and what he said about Jalen Brunson in another video.